There's my mic. Got it now. My mic is now working. What's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. I forgot I recorded something today, and I forgot. No sound. All right. Well, we got it ready. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Sunday Night Charts. Good to see you. I was all hyped up and ready. Hey, we got to do that intro again. Let's see if I can get that intro done again. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Ready for the intro? Let's do it again. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Welcome. Well, let's see what's going on. We got a big spiky candle today. Let's see what it is. Where are they taking price? And what is that spike? Where's it going? And what's it going to do? So let's see. I'm on Ethereum for the moment. Let's get on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. There we go. There it is. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to go through the charts tonight. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at Ethereum. We'll look at XLM. We'll look at XRP and ADA, as always. Probably look at some Litecoin tonight. And as many other charts as we can look at. Look at the DXY, S&P, the NASDAQ, Tesla, and any other charts you guys want to look at. And we'll just kind of get a general analysis, guys. But I think there's a big move coming to the market. Has it started, or was this a short squeeze? Was this move a short squeeze and we're going to go down and take out some lower liquidity, or is this going to keep rising to the occasion, rising up, back on the charts? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's the question mark right now. Is this going up, or is this coming back down? So. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready for a good time tonight. We're going to look at the trades, look at the setups, and look at the market and see what's setting up tonight, and see what we can see. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I never do that. All I'm doing is showing you my perspective on the market, giving you some insight in the way I look at the charts, and if that helps you, I'm happy for that. If not, don't worry about it. But please, 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 I beg you not to just trade an idea because Jim shared an idea. I don't know where the market's going. I don't have any knowledge of where it's going. What I do is I apply Elliott wave to the charts, guys, and I look for 5s and 3s, apply Elliott wave theory, and see what we can see. I also do some other analysis, and I give a nice, balanced, rational view. I'm not a moon boy. I'm not a bear boy. I just try to talk about every Sunday where the market might be playing this week, so we can get ready for some trades. If that helps you, I'm glad for it. All right, so let's jump in, and let me just say hi to everybody. What's up, Evo? How you doing? Seth, first one in the chat tonight, man. What's up? Lee Berger. I will, I'll talk about some moon boys and maybe a bear boy count as well. Hey, Chemo, always glad to see you, buddy. Thanks for being such an awesome, faithful moderator to the Sunday Night Charts. I really do appreciate it. I don't say it enough, but I do appreciate you, buddy. Let's see, Mr. Farrahill, good to see you. Jay, hey, buddy. Sean Silvestro, good evening to you as well. Crypto Fitter, hello, bud. And then Keith M, always Moon Boy counts. I'll give you some Moon Boy counts, but I'm going to balance it with some Bear Boy counts as well. So we're gonna look and see where it could go. Hey, Crypto Fever, there's Jay. What's up, man? Good to see you as well. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you guys. And if I don't get to say hi to you, did I miss anybody? Hasta la vista, Barbie. Hey, there. I didn't say hi to you. And Fit Dad Anthem. Well, Fit Dad. I'm not quite a fit dad yet. I'm working my way down. I'm working my way down to 200. Yeah, I'm kind of in a singing mood tonight, just having some fun. All right, guys, trying to bring the energy tonight and keep it going. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. I'm not as tired tonight as I was. Today was my wife's birthday. She's turning the big 48, and we're the same age. I turned 48 in 2 months from today, so good to see y'all. Hi, Big John. All right, guys, I've said hi to everybody. Said hi to me. I hope I caught you. If I missed you for some reason, it wasn't on purpose. I just might lost you in the chat. So anyway, all right, let's do it. Let's see what's going on in the charts. Again, not financial advice, just my take on the market. All right, I'm going to ignore you guys for a while. We're going to dive right into the analysis. It's going to start with Bitcoin. What we like to do, guys, is do a heavy analysis on Bitcoin at the beginning. We look at all the counts up and down, look at the 5s and 3s, and then we like to do correlation analysis, and that's where we're going to correlate the market. What are the other charts saying? Are there any clues on the charts that are giving us a sense for up or down? Okay, and then we're going to look at the XY and the S&P and the traditional markets. We'll read the RSI, and indicators, and we'll see what the liquidity is and see where the trades are setting up. Okay. All right, S. Joe Coco. Thanks. I'll tell my wife happy birthday on your behalf. All right. With that said, let's jump into the daily chart. Let's do it. All right. A couple things to notice here. Very, very important. First thing to notice is that we have broken out. We broke out of this downward trend. So we got this. You'll notice that we had a previous trend here. Boom. And we broke out of that. We broke out of that and went up pretty substantially. Okay. Now we've got this new trend here that's to the downside, but we broke out of that as well with this final daily candle that just closed this evening. We broke out there as well. So that's significant to see. We also made a nice solid candle. Okay. We didn't wick. It's just a solid candle. That's pretty bullish. Okay. That's pretty bullish for now. That doesn't mean we can't make a solid candle back to the downside. It just means that, hey, that's a pretty strong candle. You say, okay, what's it doing in the chart? How is it playing? What can we expect for price action over the next several days? That's what we want to. That's what we want to look at here. Okay. But anyway, those are a couple things that I'm seeing just right off the get-go on the daily chart. Something else we see here is that we had a nice trend here on the daily working, and guys, we held that trend. We bounced off of it to the upside, and we held that trend to the upside. So now what we've got here is a kind of another trend rocking right here. Okay, where it's kind of forming a potential wedge here in the RSI, kind of oscillating back and forth for now. So there's some possibility there that we come back down here, take out some liquidity, and then go back up. So we'll have to see. We are overbought for right now on the daily chart. That's something to pay attention to. We're overbought. The other thing I see on the daily chart as of right now, it doesn't mean it can't be changed, but as of right now, we have at the high up here, we've got hidden bearish divergence. Okay. So those are some signals that says, hey, listen, we got some divergence there, bearish to the downside, and we're kind of, we're pushing the beginning of overbought. But here's the deal, guys. Here's we got to stay even keel here. This is not overbought like it could be. This is we could get a lot more overbought than we are right here. So there's plenty of room for price to go on up if they wanted to. If price wants to go up, there's plenty of room for price to go up. That's the first thing I want to say to you. So this hidden bearish divergence that we're seeing on the chart can easily be taken out if price moves to the upside with bigger candles over the next couple of days. If price goes up here and takes out this high, this bearish divergence that we're seeing can be taken out as well. So we have to understand that that's a real possibility there. Okay. So just staying even keel, but I'm just showing you what I'm seeing here on the daily chart. As far as wave structure is concerned, we're getting the move that we've been expecting to get. We've been talking about a move to the upside from these downward areas for a while. This got so slow and so methodical to the downside that I thought there was a real chance they'd come down here, take this low out again before going up. But they actually took it on up first and broke out. So now, how is this going to play? Well, there's a couple of things. We could just, this next daily candle, get a big next green candle going up. So this thing could flag out. Excuse me, guys. I got an itchy nose. This thing could flag out here for the next 4 hours, 8 hours, something like that. And we could get another move to the upside. It could happen at any time before this daily candle close. You got to remember, guys, the move that happened to this upside, this price move that happened, it was one 15-minute candle. It was one 15-minute candle took price up out of the territory. So they could take all the time in the world, slow, and then one candle in the middle of the day somewhere, take it up and get it out of a range. They can go up, they can go down with price. They can do whatever they want to do. You say, who is that? It's those that control the market, guys. It's those with the money, the market-making entities, and the exchanges that control the market, where price is going. So right now we have a bullish move to the upside. It's a strong candle, and it's off of a bottom here. It's off of a bottom that may be this may be a continuation move. So we're going to talk about the different counts. But I'll be honest with you here. I'm always honest with you, but this right here, this wave right here, is one of the most difficult waves in this thing to understand, okay? Because there's so many different ways to interpret that price action right there. Because it took the low out down here, took this low right there, took the low. But it took it in what appears to be 3 waves right there. So you're like, okay, this is going to be a 5-wave move. You want this to be a 5-wave move, like the 5th wave here. Boom, boom, right? But it took it out in 3, so it came down kind of correctively. You say, okay, what's that mean? Well, it leads you to kind of believe that this was a flat right there, that this was 3 waves to the upside, and that this wave more than likely was going to come down and take this low out again, because this was a 3-wave correction. It looked like price was more likely to come down than go up. Okay? That's the way I was kind of looking at that because of that flat. Let's zoom into the 4-hour, show you what I'm talking about. Okay? So you can kind of see this and say, yeah, that kind of looks like 3. We had 3 to the upside, 3 to the downside, and then we had this 5-wave move to the upside. It looks like a decent flat. Looks good. Then we had what appeared to be some kind of a really ugly, I don't know if that's 3 or 5, I don't know what that is, but it could have been 5, with a 3-wave move back up, looking for more continuation. And I think a lot of people were looking for continuation down, but it was too pretty. So what I think they did is they're doing a potential short squeeze, in which they just broke the original plan because there are too many people shorting this. Come and stop them out, breaking out of this trend, breaking out of this area, and we still have a potential to come back down here. And all they've done is doubled up this correction. You say, what do you mean, Jim? Well, what it could be is that they've doubled this wave up. You've got 3 waves here, 3 waves here, and you could have 3 waves right to there. And that could be a WXY starting from right here. WXY. This could go up a little higher too. Could make another high. It could have more time to play around. So I'm not saying this is the top. This might not be the top. We're getting a bit of a correction right now, but that doesn't mean it won't continue up later. So what could that be? Well, this could be an A wave. That all could be a B wave, and then this could come down for C. It could be a false breakout. They come right back in with price, and boom. Now, I don't think that that's the case, but that's the worst. That's what I think the bearish scenario is from this location. If there's a bearish count, I think that's the count. Okay? I think that's what you have to do. You have to kind of look at this as a 3-wave move, and then this entire thing as part of a much larger flat to the upside. It's still a part of a bullish structure. It's just a part of a corrective structure in which we get a move to the upside later on. This is a fake out to the upside. That's a possibility number 1. I'm not I'm not here pushing for that possibility, but if you're a bear boy, that's kind of what you're thinking right now. That this was a pump, this was a short squeeze, and this is a fake out, and now they're going to roll this over, take out the liquidity down here, do a long squeeze, and then come on up here. And this is my market maker special count, guys, where this is 3 waves to there, this is 3 waves up to here once we finish this and this, and then we're going to have a bearish move later. Now, do I think that that's exactly what's going to happen? I don't know. That's a scenario that's possible, but is it likely? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, because we have broken out of this, and usually when we break out of a structure like this, we either A, just keep rocketing up to the upside, or B, we retest the breakout. Okay, we 3-wave it back to the downside, retest this area, and then we continue to the upside. Now, we'd have to figure out what that count would be if that's the case, but those are kind of some ideas. All right. What else could be on the table? What else could this structure be if that's not the count? Let's talk about some other counts. Another, how do I say it? Another count that I'm getting kind of playing around with right now. It's a complex count, but I'll just explain that I've been playing around with it. Is that this wave right here could be an A, a B, and a C wave, and that C wave finished right here. Okay? That C wave finished. And you got 5 waves in C right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a 5-wave move down to here. And that's a 5-wave structure there. And that's an A, B, and a C wave. Now, that's a potential count that's on the table. Now, what would that be if that's 3 waves? Well, that wave could be an A wave to the downside, in which case we'd now be looking for a B wave to come back up to this region here before getting a C wave, or that could be a W, this could be an X, and then we look for a Y later. Now, the B wave often gets very complex, so let's talk about how could they make this complex. Now, this is looking very, very, very impulsive, this move right here, okay? But here's the thing about that impulse, guys. That could be the C wave right here, boom, of a 3-wave move that you have right here. You've got maybe A, B, and C, okay? So there's a potential here where all that is right there is just 3 waves. And so you'd be looking at this something like this. You've got A, B, C, or WXY. Could be easily be an A, a flat B, and a C. And that's a W wave. There's an X wave, and there's a Y wave. That could easily be a 3-wave move. Taking out this top. You say, what would that be doing in the wave? Well, a complex move here is we could have 3 down, 3 up, 5 down. Wouldn't that be nasty? They basically break out, take the liquidity, come back down here, take this liquidity down here, and that becomes, a 3-wave, like an X wave of some kind, or a B wave of some kind, where you have basically A, that becomes a complex B, and then we get C later. So that's another scenario in which we could come down, form a flat. It could be a running flat like this. It could be an expanded flat like that. It could be any number of flat, waves right there, right? And then we go up. Again, that's a complex way to look at this wave. It's a complex interpretation of the wave counts. Again, all of these counts take us up. All of these counts kind of take us up here in kind of a 3-wave fashion, where this initial move that we had right here was like an A wave of a larger correction, and now we're getting kind of a B wave here, or an X wave, a W and an X wave, and we'd be looking for a Y or a C wave to the downside later on as part of a larger, more complex correction. So just because we popped up today or today, doesn't mean that this thing has to flag out and then continue on. It doesn't mean that at all. It totally could mean that. We're going to talk about the bull boy count in just a minute. But this simply could be a taking of liquidity, could play around, take some more liquidity above that wave. It doesn't have to stay there. And then it could retrace back to the downside. There's any number of things that can happen here. I don't know. It just all depends on where the trades are, where's the money. I think with that move today, with the move today and the move over the weekend, that everybody is probably shifting bullish now, would be my guess. I think there's a sentiment in which, there's some of you that don't believe this. You're skeptical and you think, hey, and rightfully so. There's lots of, in this market, lots of pumping and dumping. But one thing against a pump and a dump here is the fact that we broken out of this trend. We broke out of it. Okay? We came, we hit 3 times here, we broke through, retested, and now we've broken out. So that's an argument that says, hey, listen, this might be ready to go on up. This might be ready to soar to new heights and new highs. Be ready for some shenanigans, go. A lot of times the Sunday night move off of the open, which is what we got here, is often an induction move. It's a move that's designed to confuse people and to confuse traders and to trap traders as well. So anybody looking at this trying to go short is now trapped. As long as you're not over leveraging yourself, you don't care because the market always comes back. So as long as you're not over leveraging yourself and trade, you can have some shorts in here. It's not a horrible area to have some shorts, and you can also be long. It's what we call in our Discord, coined by Seth. We can be Seth Drake in our chat here. He coined a nice word. It's a schlong. You can be short and long at the same time if you want to be. That's not a horrible position to be in, but it's a little trappy right here, and most traders over leverage themselves. So anyway, how to trade, it's another story here. But anyway, let's just talk about some other counts here. So I'm going to zoom out here. Just kind of go. I'm just trying to go through the counts. So what I've done so far is gone through some corrective complex counts here that basically say, hey, listen, this isn't necessarily a slam bam, thank you ma'am. This is definitely going to the moon right here out of this breakout. We could have some complexity here in which we go up in 3 waves, 3 complex waves. And once that's finished, we could be going down hard, okay? Very hard. In other words, we could be making a larger flat here where this is an A wave, boom, that's a B wave, and we'd be looking for a C wave. So this is a little bit of a dead cat bounce, as people call it, or some kind of a bounce off of this pullback, in which case we get more downside coming later. Okay? So that's a real possibility. All right. Let's see how you guys are reacting to some of that analysis there. Liquidity providers hunting your liquidity. I love it. That's exactly right. Hey, Sparta Wrestler, glad you're live, man. And I'm glad to do this. I don't do a whole lot. I don't make enough videos during the week, but thank you for saying thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, let's keep rocking here. There's 50 of you here. Hey, hit them likes for me and share it with your friends. Let them know that you got a good live stream you watch on Sunday nights. So let's check it out. All right, what else is just jumping out at me right now as far as the charts are concerned? Well, the 4 hours a little overbought, but it's not overbought in such a way that I'm saying, hey, we can't go up any higher. So there's room for this thing to go up higher if they want to take it higher. If the liquidity providers want to push the price higher, stop out some other people and whatnot. So that's a real possibility here of more upside. That's That's not done. So we could basically what I've talked about up to this point is that this wave right here could be very, very bullish. And let's talk about the ultra bull count here. Let's go. Let's talk about my ultra bull count. The ultra bull count says, hey, listen, here's what we got going on right now. We have a. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. All right, the ultra. Here's for you, moon boys here. Okay, I've given a bear boy kind of a complex correction. That's what I think. If you're bearish, that's the best you can hope for, is some kind of a complex correction that plays out back to the downside before up. Okay. Now, if you're a moon boy here, here's your count. We're still working our way up here. Okay, and what you need to see, what you're wanting to see, is a wave. You want to call this a wave 4 here, and we're looking for wave 5. Okay, or you have a complex wave 4 here. Any way of, you got a couple of ways of looking at that, but that could be your wave 4. And now we want an extended wave 5. We want a wave 5 that's going to get us extended. So we want to see this kind of shoot up, start trending to the upside, and get up here to about 42, 43K in that range. Why do I say 42 to 43? Because I'm looking at this as an expanded flat, and when I pull the fibs on that expanded flat, it puts my 3618 right here. Man, it usually puts me somewhere around 41, 42K, something like that. Yeah, there, something like that. Right in this range, right in here. The 3618 is a possible target there, though I don't have a lot of reason from a liquidity standpoint for price to go there. So I kind of doubt this count, but that's what you're looking at, and you're looking at this initial wave here as some kind of beginning stages of this move to the upside. Now, more than likely, this might turn into some kind of diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or this might turn into some kind of some kind of a 1, 2, 1, 2, where we get 3 waves back down, and then we start shooting up. We really big here, right? There's any number of ways that this wave can play out. But it's October, guys, and October tends to be a pretty bullish month, okay? And so historically, October is pretty bullish. I'm surprised the September month closed bullish. It did. So I feel like, man, a prime market maker move would be to go down, hunt the liquidity that's below here, and then shoot it up with a rubber band, just like basically like they've done right here, where they take out liquidity, pop up, take out liquidity, pop up. Now, will they do that again? Right now, this wave structure doesn't look like they're going to do that. It doesn't look like they're going to necessarily do that, but they could. It looks more corrective if they're going to come down. They come down here and then shoot up, and they make some kind of expanded flat here as a B wave of something like that. So I see that as more plausible, more possible. What I'm going to do here is keep my 15-minute and my 5-minute open here, my 5-minute and my 15 open, so I can kind of track what this wave is doing here at this on the small time frame to see is this consolidating, getting ready to shoot up again, which it could totally be. This might be consolidating up here, getting ready to go up for another wave. That's a real possibility, or we could be getting ready for a liquidity grab where they bring price all the way back down to where they started, today, and they just take this level out, and they actually give the shorts their short that they were looking for, boom, and then they come back in this range and play around for a while. So there's any number of things that can happen here from a liquidity standpoint. So we're going to watch the small time frame. I'm going to go back and forth to this. This is the 5-minute chart on the left and the 15-minute. That's the 1-minute chart on the right. Just watch the small time frame wave, and just kind of keep tabs on that as price is moving. So we know that often makers like to do these moves, and then they'll act like they're getting ready to go back up, and then they'll just bring it right on back down take out a bunch. They'll take out liquidity up here maybe, and then bring it right on back down, and take out the liquidity down here. So just be ready for crap like that. If you're trading, you got to realize that the market. It's Sunday, guys. It's Sunday night. They totally do that stuff, and there are a lot of you like looking desperately, feeling a little FOMO right now, thinking, oh, this is getting ready to moon, I need to get in it. And there's a bunch of you trying to seek some trades. You got a 3-way pullback. You're like, ooh, I want to take this trade, but this is where they'll get you. They'll give you a 3-way pullback right here. Then they'll come up, take out this level right here, and then take this level out, and then it's you bear boys, you're like, oh, it's going down, here we go. So you're shorting the crap out of that wave, and then all of a sudden they take it up. Why? Because this became a running or expanded flat that they then take up after that. So there's going to be more than likely a play by the exchange, by the algorithms that run the market, that are going to probably mess with liquidity both ways. Okay, so this might have been that liquidity grab, and now they're playing around for a little while before it finally just falls over and falls off the cliff, or this thing maybe takes liquidity down here and then pumps, or they come and they take out the liquidity here, dump it, take the liquidity here, and that becomes an expanded flat, and then they go up for the next wave. So those are common plays for if you're new to the market, or if you're not been trading the market, or maybe you have and you just needed some ideas from here and need some help with your psychology. I think that's really important to really keep in mind, that this thing could totally dump back down, take out the liquidity, and make the shorts that people shorted down here, make those shorts good, but squeeze them out before they make those shorts good. And then they piss everybody out. They make everybody mad. Sorry, I'm gonna watch my language there. All right. Okay. Now, let's go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Nothing. You're saying nothing. You're listening carefully. You love it. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I've seen that comment twice now, Sean. No, I'm sorry. I haven't seen that. I've seen it twice, but you didn't type it twice. Yeah. Good deal. All right. Y'all are doing great. So let's keep talking. I'll keep offering ideas, and we'll keep rocking. You guys doing okay? You doing well? All right, hit them likes for me again. Appreciate those of you that have, and especially if you share the live. That's amazing. All right, let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour candle's not showing any divergence, and it's definitely overbought. Notice a little trick that they did here. They broke this thing out, retested it, and then continued it up. So it's kind of a trashy move there, but that's okay. They can do that if they want to, because it's part of this game, man. It's part of this game. You got to realize they can do whatever they want to. So the question is this the kind of move we're in here, where they brought it up, boom, and now they're just going to bring it all the way back down? Bring this all the way back down here? And that's a possibility. Okay. What would that be? What would that structure be if they did something like that on the chart? What would that be? Well, let's talk about it. You'd have to say that it's probably some kind of a flat here in the middle. If they take this down, give that flat, okay? What that could do is bring a retest of the breakout here. Let's draw that trend line right there. Boom. They might just bring it right here. This could be a running flat. Might take a little while to develop to the downside. Might not. Might not take any time. Might just come straight down. What else could it be? It could be a fake out back into the range, taking out the liquidity down here, and that's a much larger flat correction. And then I would really be looking at this as a flat, this as an expanded flat, and then boom, something like that. Okay? Or I would be looking for something like this, where this is an A wave. This becomes a C wave. A, B, C, back into the range, and then they come up here. But I'm not sure that that's going to play, guys, because again, the habit of the makers generally when they break out of these diagonal trends is they hold them. So here's what you can watch. Here's what you can pay attention to. Does price consolidate here and then continue up? Okay, if it does that, then we're looking at this some kind of like a a 1 and a 2 wave. Boom. And this is going to be part of a wave 3, or this is an A, B, and this is part of a wave C. Okay? So those would be the two options. If we start consolidating here, okay, and then going up with a bigger candle, we start kind of making a really big move to the upside. If that starts to play, I've got a couple of ideas for you, a couple of counts that I think's going on. So let's look at them. Number one, this could be a wave 1, and that's a wave 2. This could be part of a much larger wave 3, okay? In which case we'd be coming way up here, 4 and 5. The difficulty I have with this particular count is we are so particularly overbought already. It would seem that we don't have enough momentum to get enough room in the RSI to really get up there. But is it possible? Let's see. We were pretty overbought right here on this candle here, and we just kind of kept going up. And so yeah, it's not completely so overbought. Yeah, it's not so overbought it can't keep going up. So this could totally keep going up, no problem. It's total plausibility, total possibility there. Okay, so this could keep rocking to the upside here, making wave 3. Okay, this could be part of a much larger 3 that comes way up here. Okay, if they want to continue that would mean though that this is probably a 1-2, and we're going to get another wave 1-2. So this wave would be part of a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? That would be the wave 3, and this would be really extended. So there's the moon boy count for you right there. If you're a moon boy, there it is. I mean, that, have at it. There's your moon boy count. That gets us up here, and in a bullish, notoriously, or I don't know if it's notoriously, but it's, you know, historically, there you go, historically a bullish month. October is historically a bullish month, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see some bullish move. Now, are we going to get the bullish move now, or are they going to play around here first and then come up? It's hard to say. All right, what else could be? It really, to be honest with you, it may not be set in stone right now. It really depends on the market, where the liquidity is. They're going to be hunting and creating liquidity. They're going to need, right now, we're pretty overbought. They're going to need some liquidity in order to keep price moving. In other words, they're going to need to take people's money a little bit before they get price moving. Now, another thing that we've done here is we broke out not only out of a diagonal trend line here, we broke out of that, but we broke out of a horizontal trend here. So we got a level here, here, and here as well. We broke out of that. We have not retested that breakout yet. Now, do we have to? No, there's nothing says that we have to. But is it very common? Is it very common for price to retest an area where that's broken out? Absolutely. So if you get some kind of a 3-wave move here that retests a breakout, 3 waves, okay, now we had one right here, and we retested that right there and then continued up. So now we've got another one here. If we retest here, we can potentially look for another long on a pullback like that. If the market gives us something like that, that would give us a nice pullback on the RSI, maybe getting us back down here, maybe in this trend line or something like that, and then back to the upside. So there's a real possibility as well. Any number of things that can play right now. So many different things, ways this market could go. Okay, what else could happen? So we've got a horizontal trend line to pay attention to. We've got diagonal trend lines to pay attention to. Boom, and that's a real important trend line right here from the top here. Boom, boom, 3 hits. We rejected off of it in a 3-wave fashion, and we came back up into it with real trashy wave structure, guys. Super trash wave structure in here. Oh man, was that a strong, trashy market maker move? This move right here, this was legend of the market makers to do something like that, because that really confused the count quite a bit. Really did. So it still looks weird, but this could be part of a flat, and that could be a 1 and a 2. This could be another 1 and a 2, and now we're in the process of making a much bigger wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We could be in the process, and that's wave 3. So this would be 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and then we get another 5 to the upside. And that gets us up here to 38 to 40K, guys. If they want to take the wave up in that fashion, they can. There's your Moon Boy count. Now, what's the real bearish count? Is there a more bearish count than we have? I would say this, guys. We're getting more bearish with this trend line. If price starts coming down and comes down in such a way that it breaks back in below this trend line here, that is going to be definitely a bearish look. That's going to be a pretty bearish count there, okay? So we're going to look at that. All right, so if price comes and breaks back down into this trend line, we're going to be, especially if it closes like on the daily or something on here, then that's going to be pretty bearish. Now, if it comes down here, wicks, and then goes back, that's just a liquidity grab by the market makers more than likely, okay? But if it comes back down in here, more than likely, we're coming down here to take these lows out. So if we come back in here, more than likely, we're coming down here to take this low out some way, somehow, okay, for liquidity sake. All right, but right now I got to be honest with you guys. This wave currently looks pretty bullish. It looks pretty bullish. It looks like the bullish counts are a little bit more viable right now than the bearish counts, because all the bearish counts I see have us coming back down into this zone. And I don't think price needs to do that. I don't think price ought to do that. That'll get too bearish, especially because I don't really have a bullish count, a strong bullish count, if price gets back down in this range below that trend line. Okay, but if price retests, here's another local trend that you should pay attention to, right here, right there. Boom, we got a bounce off of it the other day. That's a local trend line right there. So I would say that if price comes and retests that would be healthy. That would be healthy. If it does it in a three-way fashion with continuation, that would be perfect. Okay. If it comes below that area and find some support on this trend line, then I think that would be very healthy as well for an upward move potentially. Okay. But here's the thing: you got to be careful here. This could be part of something complex to the downside. If it starts working its way to the downside, more than likely it's going to come down, bounce off, and then come back down again, creating another three-way move. And it'll stay above this trend line more than likely. If we're bullish or more complex to the upside, we'll probably find some support. I would guess on this trend line, I think we'd find some support there. Price would probably hold there. Uptober. I like it. Maybe no Uptober. I love it. That's a pretty good name for it. Critical Thinkers asking for ETH low time frames. Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely look at the low time frames. Give me 1 minute. Let's see. What's Chemo saying? No October, maybe. If seasonally September is bearish and market didn't have the ability to push down as it normally does, it suggests the market is more bull than expected, and perhaps October as well. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's market gives every opportunity to sell before markup phase. This is so that price can move up substantially unimpeded. Nice. Just chill, Winston's, and roll a 420 and relax. That's hilarious, man. That is funny. It's funny as crap. Okay. All right. So that said, guys, this is looking pretty bullish for sure with this move to the upside, this breakout. I would probably look for some kind of a consolidation with continuation. So we'll see if price happens, but watch out for some kind of fake out. Watch for some kind of crappy something so that you're ready for shenanigans if shenanigans should take place. Okay. Now, if we're trying to understand what's happening here, looking on the 3-day chart, we have broken the 3-day trend here, or we're breaking it right now. But we still have a day left, a day and 22 hours, 2 days left in this 3-day candle, and we haven't broken it substantially. The question is, are we going to find support here on the 3-day and then roll over? Okay, is this some kind of a 3-wave move that's going to find some resistance right here at the bottom? Look, and you can kind of see where we might find some resistance here at. What is that? That is 28.3 range, the 28.3 range. If we find some resistance there at the bottom of these wicks, let's see if we get a better 28.5 range. If we find some resistance here, this thing could come back down and continue to the downside. What would be going on if that happened? Well, I mean, again, here's another kind of an off count, but here's a count for you. What if this is a 3-wave move? Oh, sorry. What if this is some kind of a 3-wave move here, and this is some kind of a 3-wave move back to the upside, and then we get another 3-wave move down, and that just all that it becomes is a big WXY correction, okay, of this move, and it's the W wave. So this becomes a W wave of a much more complex correction that's going to end up retesting this price at some point. Okay, so we might have something complex. We might be playing down here quite a while. Okay, so you got to realize that the price direction isn't like necessarily locked in that we're going to the moon. Okay. Now, is it bullish for now? Yeah, it's certainly looking bullish for now, but it could roll over. It could. Let's look at the small time frame quick. We're kind of moving up here. We'll see how that develops. This could totally come up and pump again and take out some liquidity up here. So make sure you're leveraged properly. Make sure you're not over leveraged, and make sure you don't have like any kind of liquidations up in this range, guys, because they could totally come up and hit it and then come back down. So just watch out. All right. So anyway, what's so hard about this area from an Elliott perspective is that all the ideas I'm offering, there are so many ideas, so many things that they can do with price right now. There's so many ideas. It's just crazy. It's so stinking great. It's hard sometimes to navigate these or to offer ideas for these because you end up, offering too many ideas. And when too many ideas are offered, it becomes quite difficult to use Elliott Wave at that point to help your trading. So I'm not here to say Elliott's not helpful. I'm just saying that right now at this place in the market, there's so many different things that could be playing around here that right now it's hard to know what's happening as far as from a wave standpoint. We got to be careful, and there are a lot of options here. Okay, all right. So let's move on here. Let's move away from Bitcoin for a minute. We'll come back to it momentarily. Let's look at the rest of the charts. Let's just scan them real quick. I'm going to start with Ethereum, do a little analysis on Ethereum, say, okay, what is the rest of the market kind of pointing us to? Is it giving us any kind of sense in which, hey, price could be going up or down? What are the wave shapes that are kind of prevalent, and what can we expect to see maybe if the whole market is kind of saying, rhyming and saying the same thing? So let's look at Ethereum quick and see what we can see. We're going to look at the daily and the 4 hour pretty much and stay on those higher time frames there. What I notice, what jumps out at me right away, okay, on Ethereum, is that we have some hidden bearish divergence here. Now, what also jumps out at me on the daily is that while we have hidden bear, this thing could consolidate and come up here, and all of a sudden this just moves back and does that trick, and all of a sudden we're taking out the hidden bear. That hidden bear is going away. So this hidden bear is not supremely powerful, but it is power. I mean, it's not bad. In fact, when I look at the 4 hour chart, I'm noticing that this wave right here on Ethereum looks very three-wave-ish. Very three-wave-ish. Now, all impulse waves start out looking like that, but it looks very three-wave-ish and almost done, it would appear. This is a 3-wave pullback and a 5-wave back to the upside. We even have divergence between wave 4, which looks like a triangle, potentially, and wave 5. So we have a potential running triangle right here. We have A, B, C, D, and E, potentially. Let's look at that in a smaller time frame. Maybe. Please. Okay, right there. A wave, 3 down, 3 up, B, C, D, and E. So it's not a bad triangle there. You kind of got a way. I don't know if you have a triangle shape here in the RSI, but you've got kind of this shape there. So not bad. You got kind of an oscillating pattern there. So not a bad idea. So you could count this wave maybe like this: 1, 2. Maybe that's wave 3. That's 4 and 5. Maybe that's wave 5. Maybe we got to go up and hit the high one more time. Okay. Potential count there. That would be an A, a B, and a C wave. It's got a really nice. It's got a really nice 3-wave shape to it. We got the divergence we'd like to see between boom and boom. We got that there. I would just need to see, I don't want to see the RSI making a higher high. I want to see this kind of coming down. Okay? That's what I want to see. I want to see this developing, pulling back and developing to the downside. Now, what that could be, again, is some kind of larger A wave. That could be a B wave. And we could be still awaiting a C wave. Now, that seems to me pretty complex. And, maybe that's not going to play. It feels unlikely. But we've seen crypto do that kind of stuff. Let's take that off the screen here. So that's looking 3-wave-ish. All it would need to do to not look 3-wave-ish is consolidate and go up again. Consolidate, go up again. That's all it would need to do, and all of a sudden we're not 3-wave-ish anymore. This looks almost too nice, too good of a 3-wave move. It's kind of like this right down here where you have this pretty 3-wave move right there. It looks like it's going to go down again, and it just consolidates and continues to the upside. So you see how it consolidated, continued, consolidated, continued, consolidated, and just kind of kept rocking. So all we would have to see is some kind of a little consolidation here, retest, and then it's some more upside, consolidate, and then all of a sudden we're looking at the wave like this. Okay, and this is part of a larger flat. So this could be part of a much larger flat on Ethereum. So right here we got an A wave right there. There's your B wave looking for C. Okay. Does anybody else see? Does it look like Ethereum's sticking up the middle finger at you right here? Looks like it's holding up an arm. You got a head. You got shoulders. Sorry. Here you go. You got a head. You got shoulders. You got this arm, and he's sticking up his middle. Does anybody else see that? I'm so sorry. That's Ethereum saying, "Gotcha." Oh man, I'm so sorry, guys. All right, back to the TA here. All right, so there's a 3-point trend here that we've broken out of and continued. Now we've got a horizontal resistance that they're forming right here. We've got some horizontal resistance. The top of this wave, the bottom of these waves, as well as the top of this wave and the top of this wave. Everybody, that's my daughter. She's YouTube famous now. All right. Critical thinker. See, you're the critical thinker. Okay. Let's continue. So anyway, we had let's see, a move right over here that looked like 3 waves, and then it just kind of, boom, shot up. So keep in mind that this could be just shooting up, kind of consolidate, continue, okay? And that's what might be what we're getting in October. Keep in mind, we probably aren't going to get straight up moves forever, guys. This is going to consolidate, confuse people, continue, come down deeper, stuff like just crappy, stupid stuff. But this is going to trend potentially to the upside as an A, B, and a C wave, okay? Now, what would that be in the grand scheme of the count? What would the count be of this wave here? Well, I think one might say that this is an A wave to there. There's a flat B wave, and we're going to call this a C wave to there, or a WXY would probably be better in that scenario. So let's call that a W. 3 waves, boom, WXY. So there's a potential count. And now we're getting a flat, where we got the A wave to the upside, we got the B wave now, and now we're in the middle of a C wave. Retesting, we'll pull the fibs and get a target here. Okay, so we're talking 1, 2, we're in the middle of 3, 4, 5. We'd be targeting this up here, or even the 2618 up here, if that's an A, B, and a C wave. We'd be looking for more downside if that finishes like that. If it finishes here, we'd be looking for downside there. Okay, if it finishes up here, we'd be looking for more downside here, and that would be big A, B, C. All right. Okay, small time frame BTC, what are you doing? Just kind of pumping up. It's pumping up the jams, isn't it? It's just kind of steadily going. Nothing fast. It'll go up fast here shortly, probably, or break down fast. Just depends on where the liquidity is. It's a bunch of people going long right now because it's kind of trickling up. We got a 3-wave shape here. So, we got a 3-wave shape. Lots of people thinking, let's go long, let's go for another wave. That's a possibility. Or if there are too many people going long here, they're going to have to take it short, take out the liquidity, take out the stops, maybe even retest this area down here before they take it up. So there's a liquidity grab there. That's a trashy move, but they could do that. They could totally just kind of branch this out, play around for a long time and then go up. And that's what I think they're going to probably do. They're probably playing this range right here, where this thing says, hey, people think it's going down. Now people think it's going up. Now if they bring it down, they're just going to play in this range, 3-waving it for a while, maybe take out the lows, then go high, or keep it, and they might just keep pumping it, where they just kind of keep pumping it, and it just keeps going. So that's a real kind of a bullish thing too, that people find it hard to trade by or try to enter trades on. But again, that's another bullish scenario where we go up. So the Ethereum chart is kind of giving us a sense that this could be a big flat. This might be an ABC. Okay, but watch out, guys. Watch out for the fact that this right here could be a three-wave move that's correcting this, where this becomes A, B, and we get a C wave back down. We get a sharp move to the downside, collecting liquidity down here before we get a larger move to the upside. So the first couple of weeks, the first week, we could have a real bearish week here where they come down really fast and furious. Right here, take this low out, take this liquidity out, and then pop it up. So you got to be ready for crap like that, because when moves happen like this, when levels get broken, they have to, you know, it's almost too easy. It's almost too bullish, and so they have to. A bunch of people are breakout trading or whatever, going long, and so you know, they're going to have to be, you know, they're going to have to come down here with a deep correction at least, or a very fast and sharp correction, get you thinking, oh, it's going down, before they mess you up and they take it to the upside. So just watch out for trash. You know that this has to consolidate at some level before going straight up. I don't think we're going straight up, though. You know, I mean, market can do whatever it wants, and this might be a time where the market indeed is doing some wave like this, where the market's going straight up. So this might be the case. This might be a time where the market indeed is coming up here. Okay, so totally possible. Okay, this could be this could be A, B, and C, or this could be the end of a wave right here. This could be 5 waves: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's the end of a wave, and this is the beginning of something new, where you could have a 1, 2, a 1, 3-wave pullback, 2. And then the big move. So you get this wave right here first, and then the big move comes. So watch out for something like that. That would be a 1, 2, 1, 2 liquidity grab. So this comes down correctively over the next week or so, and then we start moving up next week, bigger and faster. So there's a real possibility. Okay, nothing here very clear on Ethereum, so it's hard to say, you know, which one I think is going to happen. The 4-hour chart, plenty of room of RSI to the upside. There's plenty of room. So is this going to go up, or is it going to come back down in 3 waves or 5 waves first? Hard to say. They could do both. They could do both. So you have to be ready for both. XLM. Now, XLM has a little bit different chart here. Okay, now I shorted the top of this the other day. Had a great short. Took my profit at the bottom of that when we reached this area right here, and I, you know, literally, like, it was a beautiful trade. It was just absolutely stunning. Now, what is happening here? What are we looking at here? This to me kind of resembled a wave 4. Okay, this kind of 3-wave shape here. Okay, this kind of resembles a 3-wave move back to the downside, or could be an impulse. I suppose you can get an impulse out of that, maybe. Looks more 3-wave-ish for sure, but you could get an impulse out of it. Is this a 3-wave pullback? This little pumpy thing, what's going on? I don't have any clarity right now. Man, they keep pumping Bitcoin, don't you? Bitcoin just kind of keeps pumping up the jams, just pump. Interesting wave structure when they do this. Super interesting, but they're pumping it. Go back to XLM here. We'll just kind of keep looking. Yeah. This came down kind of hard. I mean, this looked like 3 waves. Came down kind of fast, and then they took this out. It almost feels, guys, like a liquidity grab. It really does. Feels like a short squeeze, where this becomes A. This is 3, 3, 5, B, and now we're getting the C wave, and this is ready to come on back down to the downside. That's almost the way it looks, but that's... What is this larger structure here? What's going on here? This could be some kind of a fifth wave, where this is beginning a 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 5, and this comes down for 5. This looks like a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe a 5. Pump up the jams. Pump it up. XLM, I don't think is helping a whole lot there. Not too many ideas. Let's take a peek at ADA. Now, ADA, guys, is a chart I've been expecting to go up here. I've been waiting for it to go up here. So I'm thinking that we have a WXY going here. So we got 3, boom, right there, 3, and now we're getting another 3. So I'm looking for this to develop to the upside and then come on back down. And I think ADA might be telling the story with this WXY. So the question is this done or when will it be done? Keep going. And we've got some hidden bearish divergence on this screen. Hidden bear on that screen right there. You see it? See the top here? Boom. See the top here? May not be completely developed. It may need some more time, but that's close. There's a bunch of market buys right now. They're buying this, buying this, buying this. Okay. What else here? So I'm still looking for ADA to finish to the upside 3-wave move. It doesn't look... I'm not sure I'm happy with that shape. This might need to come down yet. Like this. Take this low. Then come up before it comes down. That's a trashy move that could play out. Right there. Boom, boom, and then we go down. Or down here, up here, then down. Ooh. Any number of things that can play. Let's see what XRP is doing. Okay, XRP pumped up the jams. What is that? What's happening there? Finally, XRP is looking, it's finally giving us our C wave. I've been looking for a C wave to play in XRP. So is that finished? No, I don't think so. I don't think XRP is finished. So XRP looks like it needs more upside. Okay, we pumped, we consolidated, we kind of come back down. So is this going to keep going up, or is this going to play around here for a bit and keep going up? So but it looks like it's not done. ADA kind of gave the look like it's not done. So I think there's a good chance, guys, we continue going up impulsively to the upside. Okay, just like Bitcoin. Sorry, we got boom. Oh, come on. Boom, boom. We could go up impulsively here. Any number of things. But I don't see a bunch of charts that are demanding, hey, let's go down now. I'm not necessarily seeing that right now. I'm seeing this as a bullish wave, a bullish move. But I'm trying to foresee a shenanigan wave that they could create here. Some kind of wave that would mess people up. From a market maker standpoint here, I like, let's see here. I've got I like this as a potential three wave to the upside. In which case we could be getting, shoot, could that be a triangle? I don't think it's a triangle, is it? A, B. I don't think that's a triangle. That looks like three up. Having a hard time seeing that wave structure, guys, but I keep wanting to see this. I keep wanting to look at this. In which case we'd be looking for a down move after that. But I'm not sure how this plays into all that. I'm not seeing this. This might be ready to. This might be a three wave running flat. This might be ready to go up again. Who knows? For a fifth wave of some kind. Wave 4, wave 5. Yeah, spike high. Wave 5. Flags out again. Okay, so I've looked at XRP. Nothing. Again, this looks like it needs to come up, but watch out for down. Let's look at H-bar. H-bar, what are you doing, man? H-bar looks like it needs to correct here. This is horrible. This wave structure is absolutely horrendous. 3, 3, 3, 3, and then maybe, no, I don't know, that doesn't look right. H-bar isn't helping. Let's see what AVAX is doing. All right, AVAX looks a little different. Avalanche, let's see. It's a beautiful, I think somebody asked me about this last week, or at some point, and I pointed out that wedge that was developing there. So it's probably going to break to the upside, retest, and continue. So that's looking really good. 4 hour. Daily chart, still room to play to the upside, but excuse me. I hate this wave structure. Not see anything there. Let me look at, let's see, what else going on? What about DOT? What's DOT doing? Yeah, see, DOT looks like a big old flat right here. Look here at the bottom. It's a 30-minute chart. Some kind of A, B, and now C. And it may or may not be finished. DOT's got some, well, no, the hidden divergence is gone. Plenty of room for upside here. Consolidation candle on the 8 hour. Couple candles even, and then continuation. Excuse me. Let's see what else. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin, LTC. Send me your requests, guys, in the chat. I'd be glad to look at some any chart you think I should look at. I just want to kind of get a sense for what the overall market's doing. Look for clues for where price might be going. But right now, I'll be honest with you, price action sucks. So that looks like three, man. Doesn't this look like a wave 4, guys? Ooh, that looks like a wave 4 to me. Oh, man, it would be calling for a wave 5. Look at that. A, B, C. And now look at this. A, B, maybe C. In which case you got a 1, 2. This is wave 3. We're making 4. We go 5. Oh man, that's interesting. Take the low, and then we get bullish after that. We get bullish after that hit. Is there any kind of count on BTC where this? Yeah, see, that doesn't look like a wave 5 at all, or like it needs a wave 5. 3. Leading diag? Ending diag? Is that a possibility? I don't think so. Looking at something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still pumping up the jams, just kind of straight up diagonally. That's hilarious. That's such a funny wave structure. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's... I don't know what to do with LTC. What would I say? Just low-hanging fruit looking at a small time frame. I would say, man, I would totally say that this needs to come down. And that the structure we're looking at is this right here. All right, let's look at Link for a moment. Look at Link. What is Link doing? If this was some kind of a triangle and that was a wave 5 of the, then all of a sudden this is reversal. That's A, B, we're in the middle of C, or a 1, 2, we're in the middle of 3. That puts us consolidating and continuing. You can totally see this trend line that we're testing right here. We have tested a breakout, haven't broke yet. But man, I'll tell you what, Link has been super, super trash. So is this going to come up, break that? Something like that? Where you got A, B, and C even? Okay, that's Link. Let's check out the DXY. What's DXY doing? DXY, I'm expecting to kind of consolidate in here a little bit, but I'm looking at the overall structure like this: A, B, and C. So that's my overall structure for the DXY. Looking for this to maybe dump after that gets to about anywhere from 108 to 110 range. The S&P, guys, I'm really bearish on the S&P right now. Very bearish. I'm looking at this as some kind of a C wave, some kind of a third wave of some sort. So I think it may be coming. This short may be coming in the S&P. It may hit the high again, but it looks like it's about done. Tesla's. I've got this as a possible complex correction. We come down, come back up, then down, or we could be just coming down. We got a three-way move right here. This could be coming down from here. So that's something we'll watch there for Tesla. All right, what do you guys want to see? What are you guys asking for here? I did Link already. Let's do SOL here quick. Thanks, Chemo, for doing that. Let's do SOL here. So SOL looks like it's a potential 1-2, 1-2 to the upside. There's two ways of interpreting what we've got here, guys. This is either an ABC, in which case you've got a 1-2 to the downside, or an ABC to the downside working. So this could get more complex here, but could end up coming down as an ABC. Or this is a 1-2, 1-2. We're now in a wave 3. Okay, or this could be A, B, and this could be a wave C, getting 5 waves back to the upside. This could be very bullish. That's the very bullish look at SOL. Now, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. So right now the low hanging fruit is this is either ABC or an AB 1-2 or a 1-2 1-2. So if that's ABC, then we're looking for ABC, A, B, C. In which case this could get complex here. We can see. All right, what is the RSI telling us on SOL? SOL is overbought on the daily, but it's not like so overbought it can't go down or it can't go up more. What else? 4 hour. What are you saying on the 4 hour, buddy? It's pretty overbought. So the last time we got this high was right up here at that peak. One hour chart. It's overbought. It's consolidating though. It's pumping still. That's hard to say. There's nothing here. Watch this trend line on the 4 hour. Watch for divergence to be created. Because right now this could be some kind of higher high like that. I don't know. SOL. It looks pretty bullish. It needs to probably, if it's bullish, it probably needs to flag out and continue up. But it probably needs to flag out first. I'm just perusing these charts, guys. Trying to see if anything's jumping out at me. Yeah, Michael Anthony, I'm looking at the traditional markets very bearishly right now. They look more selling off to me. So they're kind of bearish to me, and then DXY is kind of bullish to me right now, up to 108 to 110 range. Okay, so I don't know how that affects the Bitcoin market. I could totally see Bitcoin pumping and then just dumping. Okay, so Bitcoin, guys, you got to remember. I'm just trying to understand this wave structure. Wave structure, I mean, we could easily we could pop up here. Boom. We could take this high out or not and then roll right over and come on down. So we could finish pumping here and then roll over and come down. That's totally plausible. Totally possible. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking at the charts. What else? What's next? Maker. Let's look at Maker and then Shiba. There's Mana, which surprised me a little bit. This pullback and this continuation. Surprised a little bit by that because that wave structure sucks. This looked very three-wave-ish here. Looked like a triangle in here. This just looks like a stop hunt. It's all. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. We got divergence in the 1 hour. I don't know. I feel like something sneaky is coming, guys. I really do. All right, Maker on the daily. What are you doing? No, this is a bad chart. Coinbase. Much better. All right, there we go. What are you doing? I mean, boom, boom. That looks like a finished ABC to me. Maker looks like a finished ABC. Or really close. We need to wait wave 4 and then wave 5. We got some divergence here. We got A, we got B, we got a 5-wave C. That looks pretty good. So that's what I'm kind of seeing there. Is this going to flag out for wave 4? Stop up for wave 5? Yep, likely. It's likely. But man, that looks kind of finished. What are you doing? Anything can happen here, I'll tell you what. Watch this 3-day trend right here. Watch that trend. If that breaks to the downside, that's going to get bearish. If that 3-day trend breaks to the downside, that's going to get bearish. So that's maker. Sheeb. Let's look at Shiba. What are you doing? Daily. I do not like this chart. That looks like 3-3. Man, this looks like it wants to go up, guys. At least to there, right? Or break out and then go down. You gotta remember, this is a pump and dump coin, guys. This is a pump dump coin. This is a meaningless coin. Has no value whatsoever. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything I like here. But this could be the beginning of a very bullish move. I need to see this develop here. I need to see this wave structure. Shiba's not clear. It's not plain. It's very, very bearish looking. The trend is down. I'm not a big fan. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Making another move up here. We'll see how this develops here. Keep watching. Yeah, Seth, I agree. They look irrationally bullish Shiba does. I don't believe it. But yeah, it looks like it could totally round the corner and go up for sure. But there's some room for this to play around in here. There's definitely room for squiggles here, Seth. But agreed, I do believe you're possibly right. How about ETH BTC? Let's take a peek at ETH BTC. Yeah, I have that chart. Weird chart. Weird chart. So the first thing I see is this wedge right here. This flag of whatever, however you want to call that, whatever that structure is. This generally breaks up and out. It pops. Is that what's happening here? Because if it rolls over and breaks down, which it could, there's the ultra bear count for Ethereum BTC. But what is this? Is this a 1-2 for something big? Is Ethereum getting ready to make a move on BTC? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm starting to get tired here. It's 2 hours into the live, so... dang on it. I'm not seeing a whole lot here. That looks bullish. ETH looks bullish against BTC. It looks like it's going to break up and out. I would draw both of those trend lines, Seth, and just see which way it breaks, right? Does it break down? Does it break up? But I would bet to the upside. That looks more likely. ETH tends to be a little bit more volatile against BTC a lot of times, and so this, I don't have a max wave count here, but this looks like a 3-wave move with boom, boom. Let's go. Let's go. At least for a 1 wave, right? So that's what I would say there. Real quick, just looking at it. Woo-wee. To be honest with you guys, you just asked, Bekintsa? Am I short to midterm bearish or bullish? The big things for me, we broke out of this trend. That's kind of a big deal, right? It's not everything, but it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of like, we just broke out. If this thing rolls over and comes back, then it could roll over and come back. Is it likely to do that? Yeah, I don't know. Price, they're pumping it pretty good right now, pretty steadily, but I have to wait and see what's happening. I'm pretty neutral to bullish short term. I pretty much believe that we're getting some kind of WXY. Okay? That I pretty much believe something like that. In which case they could bring this down in 3. They could bring this they could bring this down like that. Not make any higher highs and bring this down and then come up here. Boom. And then all of a sudden you got a B wave or an X wave. So there's your A. This is a real complex B, and then C. I'm really in the camp of complexity, I believe. All this wave structure down here to me is the formation of something potentially complex. But one could argue that this thing could just shoot up over the next day or two. We could have some more bullish days just as to consolidate and go. And this could make 5 waves here. One could argue that. And that's part of my market maker special count, where we have potentially an A wave to here or to here, and that becomes a B wave looking for C. Okay? So it all just depends on what forms here. And I'm pretty neutral as to what can form here. I just know that the market's been extremely hard, and they do a lot of retracing and a lot of up and down in the levels here. So I don't know if they're just going to shoot up and out of here after all of this consolidation. They could, or if this is some kind of a weird fake out where they actually bring it down quickly, take out these lows, and then go. Or if we got a real ugly hit. Guys, what if, here's the real bear count. This is like the ultra bear count, because we haven't broken this high yet. What if this is like a 1 and this is like a wave 2 to the downside, and it was just so deep they get you bullish, and boom, and this is a 1 2, sorry, 1 2, that's a 1 2 1 2, and then we go. What if we got a hidden bear? I mean a really bearish ultra bear count. I don't know. So am I bullish or bearish? I guess I'm leaning to the bull side because of the wave structure that I'm seeing and the breakout of that price and whatnot, and how much room on the RSI that we have, and how many of the other charts like Ethereum look like they need to go up a little higher. XRP looks like it needs to come up higher. ADA, sorry you can't see it, but ADA kind of resembles something that looks like it needs to come up higher, though there are counts that take us down here and then up. I just think that there's room for upside to finish before we get a major dump. But I do believe that probably November and December are going to be bearish, and they're going to be dumpy, and this move to the upside in October is in preparation for a big market dump. I am very bearish on the traditional markets, and I think Bitcoin's going to follow that trend. DXY is going to pump. It'll be a last hurrah before we go have some bullish action maybe on next year sometime. But I do see a real potential over the next several years, even a real sideways action in the markets where we could be dumping and then correcting back to the upside, creating a larger range. So I'm kind of neutral right now. I'll be honest with you, this wave structure has been some of the hardest wave structure for me in quite a while, primarily because of this wave right here. That wave right there is not clear whether that's 3 or 5, and its interpretation within the grand scheme of things is also quite difficult as well. So I'm kind of about as neutral as I can be personally. So that's all I can say there. I'm sorry I'm not definitive there, and I'm sorry I don't have a better answer. That doesn't mean there aren't any trades setting up, but anyway. Seth, you're hilarious, dude. Jim's kind of a big deal. No, not really. I'm pretty much a nobody in this world, guys. Just a guy in Michigan, loves to read charts and look at it. But man, I'll tell you, I'm humbled by this current wave because just the way I'm not seeing the wave structure as clearly as I would like to see it. But it does resemble some some bullish. It does resemble the beginnings of some bullish moves here. So, you know, if we get some bullish days coming, we could get another big green candle tomorrow. It could come at any time. So I'm going to be watching the small time frame, watching these waves develop on the 15-minute and 5-minute, watching how this consolidates here, and see what happens here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this move and then that move. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of consolidation like that. Although this could come up here and then do something like that and then go up. There's any number of things that can happen in here. All depends on who's going long right now, how many are going long. Let's see what open interest is looking like. What in the world? This move went open interest. Oh, that was a major short squeeze, guys. Open interest shot down on that up move. So that up move was fueled by a bunch of shorts that just got squeezed, guys. That's really interesting. We also have a lower high formed in open interest on these moves, and we have a higher high in price. That's divergence. I'm wondering, guys, if this wasn't some kind of a short squeeze that's getting ready to come back down. So open interest is down. That is super interesting. Now the cumulative volume has gone up with price, so there's no divergence there. So that's interesting as well. Okay, Michael Anthony, you're asking MEI and OGN. Let me take a peek for you. Oh, I never did look at TRX. Let me look at TRX first, and then I'll look at MEI for you. Just give me 1 second, because TRX was requested first. Yeah, that was Bitcoin's open interest. Okay, TRX. That doesn't look done, does it? Does that look done to you? Doesn't look done to me. What is that? I mean, I like this for a potential flat here. Now what do we got going on? I'll tell you what, you have a really, really nice trend here on the daily. That trend breaks to the downside. That's going to be a nice short. So that breaks that trend line on the RSI. That's going to be a decent short on TRX. I know that. So until that trend breaks on the daily, I'm still going to remain bullish on TRX for now. But watch price. Watch price and watch the RSI. The 2-day trend is really nice as well. Sorry, I can't do any better there on TRX. Let's look at MEI. Methode Electronics Inc. Michael Anthony. There you go. Oh, man. What is that? Weekly chart. Well, the weekly chart has hidden bull. Well, not actually. No, it doesn't. Take that back. But it has reset the RSI. But I don't think it's done. It looks like it wants to go down and break. What is that? I can't read that from Elliot's perspective. 2-day. If I were to guess, I would say something like this. Boom, boom, and this is coming down here. So I'm kind of bearish on this. Let's finish 5 waves here on MEI. So I would be biased to the downside, but we need a correction. So we need some kind of 4-hour correction back to the upside. 4-hour chart, some flag here that develops. But I see ultimately some downside coming. But you know, this may flag out for a while and then come down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. That's what MEI looks like. I'm looking for Michael. I'm looking for... Oh, there it is. OGN. Let's look at OGN. Okay, and that's Oregon and Company. Whoa. Well, we got a 0 down here. Plenty of room to come down. What is Oregon and Company? What is that? I'd like to know. Because that just looks like it's not done. And who knows when it will be done. What? Yeah. Good night. What I usually do in these scenarios is draw that trend line right there and look for a break of structure. That's a 4-hour chart. Let's look at the daily. Watch for the daily chart right there. Daily move right there. Watch for a break. That'll give you... let you know when the correction is done. And then as the correction is made, draw that trend line as well. And then when it breaks, you're ready to short it again. So as this develops to the upside, get ready to short it again. But I would say she's going to come all the way down here close to zero. It'll be above zero, $2 to $3. So I would be personally bearish on this, though intermittent over the next couple of months, maybe a little bit bullish, maybe, but probably coming down close to zero before you get some kind of move back to the upside. Be interested to know what Organon is. It's a drug company. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it looks pretty bearish to me, just looking at it. But there's no way to really, what do you call it? Is there a different chart that shows the downside? Is there a different exchange? Okay, I'll look at PAGs for you real quick. Guys, it's about 11:12. I've been here for 2 hours. It's been fun to be with you. I'm going to call it a night here shortly. I'm pretty tired. That looks like it's more of a kind of a bottom formation there. It's not quite finished. In fact, it's breaking. Yeah, this probably has a bit. This is probably going to start kind of consolidating, pumping and dumping, as it kind of rounds out here. But I see more downside here as well before it kind of rounds back to the upside. That's how it charts normally. So zero is down here somewhere. It's going to probably make it. There'll be little pumps and dumps along the way, but overall still bearish. But if the company's going to stay around a while, there'll be an accumulation phase before we get a markup phase. So I'd say that would be coming. That's how charts normally play when they first open. They pump, then they just dump it all the way down. It's like crap coins in have an accumulation range, and then they eventually pump it again. So that's the way I would see it. This needs more time. A couple years of sideways action up and down. So I mean, let's see. Right now, right now, OGN is sitting at 17. Yeah, it could totally pop up to 19 again and then back down. Absolutely. Get a bit of a correction here, and then back down. Why not? No problem there. So, and that might take a while to develop. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, man. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm gonna go hang out with my son. I think we're gonna watch the Redskins game rerun. I'm gonna watch so don't tell me if they won or not, please, in the chat. I don't want to know, but I'm gonna watch that and keep an eye on the Bitcoin chart as it develops and flags out, and see if we get any more pumping. Yeah, I think there's a real potential for some more upside. But I'll be honest with you though, this open interest, this dip in open interest right here is pretty interesting at this place on the chart. The fact that this open interest came down as price was going up, it tells me that shorts were closing. They were closing positions here. So this was more of a short squeeze than it was. And a liquidation squeeze rather than a long. So that's the most interesting thing I think I've seen tonight, just looking at the open interest here and how that played out. So, well, let's see how the market's developed. But guys, don't FOMO and keep your head on straight, guys, and be careful here, because we could totally come down, take the lows out again. They could totally do that if they want to. But we'll have to wait and see how the market consolidates. But I think I'm going to do some more videos this week because the market just isn't clear. So let's see how it develops over the next couple of days. If you want to be part of the Discord, we do 2 lives every day. We keep track of the market. So if you want to come join us, we'd love to have you in there. So with that said, it's the first of the month. Love to have you in there. It's a great time to come. You guys be careful, be safe, and we'll look and see what's happening. Michael Anthony, thanks for asking about the stocks. I love doing stocks, and thanks for being here, guys. All of you, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Seth and Chemo, appreciate you, buddy. I don't know how awesome the live was because it was a big I don't know burger right now, but I hate the wave structure. The wave structure is really bothersome to me. So, but right now it's bullish. But let's see what happens. Be careful, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.